Hello everyone, my name is Jessica Roberts. How are you today? I hope you're having an amazing time at the Global Women's Conference. I know you'll take away so much value and gold from this incredible conference, and I want to say a personal thank you to Davies for not only having me as a speaker but bringing so many women from across the world together to uplift, help and inspire each other. So a little bit about me. My name is Jessica Roberts. I am a keynote speaker. Through my speaking, I help ambitious women to thrive in multiple areas of their life by harnessing their superpower, of which is their femininity. And the reason why I'm so passionate about this and excited about this is because it's helped me get to where I am now. It's helped me to find the man of my dreams, live in a happy, thriving and passionate relationship. It's helped me in my confidence, know what my passion and purpose is in life. It's helped me to gain multiple streams of income and also move across the world to sunny Cape Town, South Africa in this gorgeous hot weather from the UK. It's given me the courage to do that. So a little bit about my background and how I got here is that I was fostered when I was a child. I moved multiple families. I was fostered at the age of 7. Before the age of 7, I didn't really go to school at all. I lacked in a lot of education. When I started moving families, I felt very unloved, very unconfident. It affected my self-worth. I felt like I wasn't deserving of any parent to ever love me. It then affected my relationships with friends, with family. It affected my attachment issues. It just really had a knock-on effect onto my holistic lifestyle and me and who I was. So this is why it's so important to know who you are and who you want to be and who you are as your unique self in life, of which Davies, in her incredible book Your Business Your Way, she emphasizes so much on this importance. And she speaks a lot about the you-print and having your you-print. So firstly, your identity is reflected into your business, into your business's personality, and your you-print is the imprint that you leave behind onto others after a conversation with them, after you do a webinar or after you do business with someone. It's how that person goes away thinking about you. Now, the questions to ask yourself is that positive? Are you leaving a positive imprint? Are you leaving happy thoughts in their mind? Are you leaving thoughts where they want to come back and talk to you? This is what we're going to dive in today. And this is why I'm so happy to be talking about this, because it's really helped me. Harnessing my femininity has really helped me to understand who I am. So firstly, to create your you-print, it's so important to understand who you are. But in order to understand who you are, we as females must understand how our bodies work, okay? How our bodies work. So I'm not going to dive into this too much, but there's 2 fundamental hormones that us females have. We have it the same as males, but there's two fundamentals to whether we go through a life of stress, overwhelm, disappointment, or we go through a life of harnessing our flow state, our femininity, our success, yeah? So these 2 hormones are oxytocin and testosterone, of which they're produced the same way in men and women. However, the effect on men and women are very different. So testosterone is produced in both men and women through problem-solving activities, through fast working environments, through going to the gym, through pumping iron, all that kind of stuff. Anything that's competitive as well, that's when testosterone is produced in both men and women. And oxytocin is produced through nurturing, through caring activities, through cleaning the house, through rocking a baby, being in flow state. That produces oxytocin. However, the effects of testosterone on women, if we're constantly in our problem solving, then and we're in the work environment, if we're in business, if it's very fast paced, it produces stress. It has that effect on us of stress, of overwhelm, of being unhappy, of being unmotivated. Whereas in men, it makes them feel proud, it gives them pride and ambition and a sense of accomplishment. So this is why it's so important to harness our femininity, which is primarily our hormone is oxytocin. So it's good to have a bit of both, and that's the reason we do have both in us, to harness them both. However, if we're too much in our testosterone, if we're too much in that sort of overwhelm and stress and stuff and feeling unhappy and unmotivated, then it has a knock-on effect onto our lives, our relationships, our career. So we want to know how to balance that out through harnessing our femininity. So we want to be more into our oxytocin, because when we increase our oxytocin levels through such as, I don't know, if you have children, rocking a baby, or if you're cleaning, and through other things that I'm going to dive into now, as soon as you increase your oxytocin levels after a busy day at work, then your stress levels decrease. They just completely diminish. So for instance, if you've ever done a whole morning of cleaning the house, yeah, or you've done a morning of yoga, yeah, you feel so relaxed, don't you? Like, I know I do. You feel so relaxed and just so refreshed afterwards, and that's because your oxytocin is produced. Whenever you're hugging someone, oxytocin is also produced. So that is dominant, primarily the female hormone, that we need to have that sort of, make sure that we're focusing on that, because that's where we're at our best, and that's where the flow state's coming in. It's okay to be in that fast work environment, to be going to the gym, to be problem solving constantly in our business. That's okay, but we don't want too much of that, because that's stepping too far into our masculinity. And unlike men, where they feel a sense of pride and accomplishment, we feel a sense of stress and overwhelm, and can result in binge eating or Netflix, or an impact onto our relationships and our health, etc., etc. So that's the importance of that. So finding out who we are now is the next step. So who we are right here, right now, today, before we think about improving and showing up as our higher self. So who are you in your business? Are you showing up as happy? Are you showing up every day as happy or sad? Or are you complaining a lot? Are you sometimes stressed? Do you react to things, or do you respond to things? These are very important things to think about right now, so we can see how we can improve and develop them into our higher self and living up to our femininity, to impact and create a positive you-print that will set us apart from others, as Bernie says in her book. So there's a quote that I would like to share with you from Les Brown, of which he says, if you don't program yourself, your life will program you. So it's so important for us to program ourselves to the best of our capabilities. And this comes into where I want to talk about how you set yourself up for the day. Are you setting yourself up in a way that's confident, in a way that's very oxytocin produced? Are you calm? Are you positive? Are you happy? Or are you instantly, your alarm goes off, you're rushing out of bed, you're problem solving this, you're replying to emails, you're making sales calls, you're doing this, that, and the other, stressing about your business, yeah? You're making your first coffee, you're instantly out the door, you have 15 minutes to get ready, yeah? It all starts from the minute we wake up. We want to get those oxytocin levels high so that we're going through our day in flow state, okay? So, for instance, how I have set out my day, this is where your morning rituals come in, how I set out my day. I wake up in the morning. As I said, hugging is so key to produce oxytocin levels, to de-stress. So as soon as I wake up in my relationship, myself and Joseph, he wakes up at 6:30, I wake up at 8:30, but he'll come back to the bed at 8:30 when I wake up, just to hug me. Okay, and we spend about 15 minutes hugging, because I know that that also produces oxytocin in me. It de-stresses me, it calms me into my day, and it's also having that connection with the person who you're spending life with, yeah? Your life partner, so going forward in life with them. And then after that, I will meditate, and I'll always spend about 15 minutes meditating because it's so important to just calm your brain, yeah? And just de-stress. We don't want to be going into our day in very high testosterone levels. We want to go into our day and set our day up for success, for confidence, because when you're setting your day up for success, your personality of that day reflects in your business. It reflects through to your colleagues. It reflects through to the impact and the imprint you're having on other people when you leave a conversation with them, yeah? And then affirmations, I say next. So I am are the two most powerful words in the dictionary. I am are the two words that belong only to you. No one else can say I am for you. So it's up to you how you finish off that sentence, yeah? If you're waking up saying, I am tired, I am sad, I am stressed, I am frustrated, I am depressed, I've got so much to do in my day, your mind is automatically being programmed that, okay, we're stressed, that's it. Yep, that's how we're gonna go for our day, we're tired, da, 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 da. Whereas if you transform your vocabulary, it's so important. Say, I am successful. I am what you want to be. I am powerful. I am ambitious. I am calm. I am loving. I am going to show up to this day in the most positive form that I can, in the most feminine way that I can. I am going to accomplish my problem-solving tasks in a box. I open that box, I accomplish it, and then I close that box and calm again. Back into flow state, yeah? Stuff like that. I am is so, so, so powerful. And then what I'll do next is my gratitude or prayer. So remember, where focus goes, energy flows. So what are your overall goals in life? This is what I think about here when I say my gratitude. My overall goals, of which you can say, if you want to own a Ferrari, I am so happy and I am so grateful that I own a Ferrari. Make it into the present moment, because if you are always saying I want a Ferrari, it's always future tense. It's always going to be future, no matter if you say it now or next year. I want a Ferrari, or I want to achieve 5k in my business per month, or I want to achieve multi-millionaire figures per year. Do you get what I mean? It's always I want, so it's always going to be in the future. Where if you reframe your mind, reframe your paradigm into I am so happy and I am so grateful that right here, right now, I am earning multi-millionaire figures per year in my business, yeah? This sense of gratitude of bringing your goals to you right here, right now, really, really helps you to not only step up in your day as confident and as happy, as successful, as this passionate, empowering person who you are, but it also helps to manifest the things that you want into your life right now, yeah? So that is so important. Bring your gratitude to right here, right now. Because you own it, it's just a matter of time for it to be present in your life. And meditate, I've mentioned, and then listen to something motivational. And this is what Bernie said in her book. Wake up and make sure that what you're hearing, what you're listening to, what you're watching is all positive. It's all in alignment with who you want to be. If you're listening to the news in the morning and it's all negative and depressing and upsetting, then that's going to impact who you are showing up to be in your life, yeah? And throughout your day as well, be aware of who you're associating yourself with. Are you associating yourself with negative people who are constantly complaining? Or is your group associated with people who are positive and uplifting and encouraging? All these things play a factor into who you are and who your imprint then will finally be on the world and on the people who you touch and who your business touches. So as another little quote here, as Brian Tracy says, successful people are simply those with successful habits. So find the habits that work for you. Some of the ones that I suggested here may or may not work for you, but Go through them knowing that these are the things that are going to produce oxytocin in your body, de-stress you, and let you show up in your day as your highest, most confident, most happiest self in flow state. Yeah? Showing up to your day as your highest self isn't just doing better than you did yesterday. It's not just doing better than you did last week. It's because you could be ill. You may be ill tomorrow morning, but you showing up as your highest, most confident self is literally making sure that you have the medication for you, that you're eating the right nutrition for you right now to get better. That's you being your highest self right here, right now, in that day and in the present moment. So I love for you to take away that. And then there's one final thing, is that you may become lost. You may get stressed out and you may become overwhelmed, but that's when you know now that that's just your testosterone rising because you've done too much problem solving, you've taken too much errands, you've done too many calls today, and being aware of that is the thing that will take you back down to who you are, okay? Being aware of that will take you down to who you are because you'll know what to do next. You'll know what will produce oxytocin, which is stuff like being organized, your affirmations, your rituals, doing yoga maybe, meditate, yeah? Stuff like that. Clean the house, go on a little walk, stuff that's a bit calmer. And for who you are, if you're starting off, whether you've already established your business or whether you're pursuing or wanting to embark onto the business journey, ask your friends and family, all your friends and family, to list 3 words that describe you. It's a very good activity. 3 words that describe you and 3 colors that describe you, and see what they come back with, because that tells you who you are as a person, what other people think about you. And it's very, very, very interesting. I've done it a few times with people on my journey. I've also asked people, what do you see me as an expert as well? And it's so interesting to see their answers, and I think it will really, really help you to find out who you are as a person and what your you-print is on others, and whether you want to develop, what areas of that you want to develop, and what areas of that you're like, no, that's a bit negative, I want to leave that behind. So that's a little activity for you to do. So I'm going to leave you with that. I hope you're having an incredible time at the Global Women's Conference, and enjoy the rest of your day and seeing the rest of the speakers. Have a fabulous time. God bless.